It's Friday with DJ and Brent with another fantastic guest right here in Amarillo. Hello, DJ.
Good morning. How's my Brant?
I'm doing good. Excited about today's guest.
I am too. Long time coming to have this done. This is my longtime friend, Brian Thomas, who is sheriff of Potter County here in Amarillo, Texas. And we've been friends since he was with Student Crime Stoppers with APD.
Been a day or two.
Yeah.
Well, fantastic. Yeah. We did an interview a while back regarding Crime Stoppers. It's been a while, but Brian, you don't have the mascot. You're not dressed as is it McGruff or Miss Scruff? What was the name of that mascot?
Well, there is a McGruff. He's just the crime dog. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He didn't get to do any of the fun stuff. But Brian was elected sheriff, and I've gotten to be with him. We're really good friends, and he's also a spiritual friend of mine. He and his sweet wife Charlotte, they sponsored me on the walk to Emmaus long ago, and it's like they compare about peeling back an onion, and you keep finding out more stuff, and it's just his girls were still in school, and now they're both married and have kids, and it's just been a wonderful journey. But Brian, why don't you tell us a little bit about the job of being Potter County Sheriff? Because Potter County, people don't realize how large it is.
Well, it's a quite a tasking job. This isn't something that I ever wanted to do. I always wanted to be in law enforcement, and I kind of got asked to run, and it was a God thing. I'll just leave it at that for now. But it is a big county. We have 900 square miles. A lot of people don't realize that we have that. We try to stay, even though the county goes into Amarillo, we try to stay in the rural area of Potter County, so we can operate out there. The city has the city police, so we try to stay out in the rural area. We have the biggest issue that the sheriff has to deal with is, by statute, they're required to be in charge of the county jail, and so that's always a problem. You just never have enough room, seems like, and then when it goes down, then next thing you know, it's back full, and that's always an issue. So we got about 560 or 70 people in there right now, and so it's just an ever growing issue. But you have to provide the care, custody, and control of those inmates, and we try to hire good people to do that for us. Just a lot of people just don't realize that. One of the things that we do have is we do the Citizens Academy as well as APD in Randall County. And my suggestion is find one. I don't care which one you go to. We're all pretty much the same, but it does give the citizens a new perspective on what we do. And I love taking them into the jail because they all walk away from there going, I would have never thought it was like this. They're surprised on how clean it is and those kind of things. But we do have standards that we have to follow, and we get inspected yearly on those. So that is probably our biggest issue, is just trying to take care of those people over there.
Mm-hmm. Well, you have a medical staff, and when people get their room there, there's a lot that goes into processing someone to know where you're going to put them, right?
Yes. We can't put somebody that just has a traffic warrant in with somebody that committed a murder. So we have to work around those kind of things, and it is an everyday challenge, honestly. But one of the things, and I'd say this quite often, especially in our Citizen Academy, I said, you have to realize that whatever's over there, that 80% of those people are not guilty. And people kind of look at me like, what? I said, they're not. They've been arrested and charged with something, but they haven't gone through court and had their day. So right now we have to treat them as innocent people.
That's refreshing to hear. And of course, I've heard from some friends at the APD, that law enforcement, the attitude towards law enforcement in Amarillo is positive compared to other cities. Has that been your experience as well?
Yes, it is. I mean, what you see on the national level is not what we have in the Panhandle, and we're very blessed to be living where we're at. Sometimes it hurts us in recruiting and trying to get people to come to work for us because that's all they see is what's on the national level, and that's one of the things, one of the myths that we have to try to convince people that we don't see that here. People enjoy us and being out there, and so it's always refreshing to see that.
That's
Well, and
refreshing to me. Yeah.
you've made such a difference in so many of the lives of the people who have been incarcerated out there because they're not just sitting there wasting their time. You give them opportunities to get educated in all kinds of different good ways.
Yeah.
And I got to talk a little bit about Welcome Partner here, but it was, I guess, last year, whenever I had submitted Brian to receive an award from a nonprofit organization. And I mean, they asked you all these questions, and I had to do like a essay or a thesis, about Brian Thomas, about who I was nominating to get this special award. And then you get an email, I'm sorry, your candidate didn't get it. We chose somebody else. And it was just, I don't know, it was like a bad breakup. And I put in all this work and research and everything. And I thought, well, I'm going to give you my own damn award. and it was so much fun to get to set you up for Sheriff of the Heart. And if you go to welcomepartner.com, it's going to be on our website until Armageddon. And that's about 3:30 today, something like that. But it was such a joy to work on this, because when we do an award and honor for anyone through Welcome Partner, it's not just here you get a blue ribbon or something. No, we put a lot of work and research into everybody because we want everybody else to love them like we do. And so we set him up on it, and I had to do this just right. So I had to have him honor somebody else, and we got that taken care of. And then while he was up there, we got to honor Brian for what he did. And unfortunately, I talked too much, and he had a Zoom meeting to go to, and he couldn't really embellish on how he felt about it. But I spent big money on him a special plaque because I wanted him to always remember what he means to me personally and professionally. But, in doing the research to honor Brian Thomas, I had a note from his wife, and she'd gotten some notes from friends also. And Charlotte, I feel like she's one of my benefits for being close to Brian. I love her dearly. And I asked Brian, I said, now, what's the lady's name that takes care of the education or the process out there? And he told me her name. What is it, Robin? Is that her name? Huh?
Ray?
Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. Anyway, so I asked her if she would get some quotes from some of her fellow workers out there, but also if she would find some from some of the inmates. And if you read the letters from the inmates, their comments about what the sheriff means to them, it was just really amazing. Did you not pay the bill? Oh, that's county. That's county does that. Okay.
I'm telling you, man, we're saving money where we can around here, man.
Yeah, and he's thrifty. But anyway, it was so awesome to study more about you, and I love you dearly, Brian, and you know that.
Thank you. I love you too.
Thank you. Why don't you talk about the Citizens Academy, and thank you for letting me be in your very first one, and then also about the CRACE training that y'all do, and do you have any coming up soon? Because I don't ever hear about that anymore.
Yeah, we do. Our Citizens Academy is something that I brought over when I left the police department. I saw the benefits of that. I was part of the first one over there. And so I got to see how it affected the community when they came, because most of them don't have a clue what we do. And so it was very beneficial for us to start one here. And that first one is the only one that we've really had to advertise for. Everyone since then, I think we're up to 13. We'll be 14 this year, has been filled with people recommending from the previous academy people to come. And so it's been very beneficial, but it goes for about 12 weeks and we go through every division of the department. I usually do the first day, and then we meet on Tuesdays from 6 to 9. And it's about 12 weeks long, but we bring somebody in from they're experts in their field. And so we bring them in. We allow them to go out and ride around with the guys. We do a full day or a full evening in the jail. We also take them out to the range on a Saturday and we let them shoot. Just kind of give them the whole smear of what we do. And a lot of people are just really surprised on how much we do. And I think what the thing that surprises me most is that there hadn't been an academy since that first one that we haven't gotten somebody that has been to all three. So it's it's interesting to me to see that people are interested in what we do, and it gives them a different aspect of the different departments.
Well, I went through yours first. That was the first time I ever even thought of it. And I remember saying, but I live in Randall County. And you said, I'm the sheriff. You know, you're going to go do what I want you to. And it was wonderful what I learned on it. And I got to be friends with the K9, Danny.
Mm-hmm.
And he was causing the problem. I wasn't, you know. Anyway,
Yeah.
but then Brent Barbie, he said that he wanted me to go through Amarillo Police Department once. So I did that. And then I went through Randall County. And then I went through Amarillo 101 through the city. And the one thread I can tell you, and when people are criticizing the government, they're criticizing this department or that, I just really get ticked because they're not educated. If they went through these academies, they'd learn how thrifty everybody is and how they genuinely care about their jobs. And that's one thing that makes these people just so darn special. So I do recommend get yourself educated, get acquainted with what's going on in your county government. Why don't you talk about the CRACE program, because it's very important.
So the CRACE program, we offer that to just about any business. We've done it for schools, anything like that, but it's citizens response to active shooter events. And so that came about after some of the major shootings that we've had. And so it just gives them a lot of information on what they can do, what we want them to do. You know, there's the acronym is AD, I believe is what it is. It's deny, defend, and then attack is what it is. So it goes the other way around, but it's, you know, you want to deny somebody access to you. If that means shutting and locking the doors, you know, if you have a window in your door, you want to get away from that window where nobody can see and lock that door best way you can. Because you want to deny that. The last one, you want to try to do that up to the wherever you have to. But the last one is to fight. And when it comes down to the fight, there's no holds barred. Whatever it takes to win. And you have to put yourself in that mindset of I'm winning and I'm leaving and I'm going home to my family. And that doesn't, you know, that if that means taking a fire extinguisher and spraying them and hitting them in the head or whatever to get out of there, then that's what we want to try to get you to do. But it is as a last resort, of course. But we want you to get safe. We want you to just be safe, but we want you to go home at the end of the day as well. So we do a lot of that in our schools, and we do a lot of it for businesses and churches that want that training for their staff.
Stronger citizens make a stronger city.
Yes, sir.
And it's very important, folks, that you stand together and you stand with law enforcement. You know, voices that condemn law enforcement have their own private security most of the time, and those who don't cry to have it back. It may be a trendy thing. Or a fad here and there, but at the end of the day, the most troubled neighborhoods, they want law enforcement, and they have enough common sense to appreciate it. But I sure appreciate you, Sheriff, and as always, appreciate you, DJ, another fantastic person right there in the city of Amarillo.
That's right.
Thank you so much, both of you.
Thank you. You're welcome.